Yeah, good evening. Today is the 25th of July, and time's about 10:20 p.m. So, I spent most of my day debugging my application because I realized that I've been working only on the Android version and basically not cross-checking the iOS version. So, I went back to that and then I decided to like check out the iOS version. What I saw was a complete disaster. I mean, because the iOS version had a lot of bugs in it, a lot of bugs basically. But I think my goal right now is to go back to work and finish the entire bug. Tomorrow's job will be to rest, and tomorrow I want to force myself to create short form content, raw version, and upload them. So I keep asking myself, oh, by the way, I did not create any video today. When I say video, as in any content based on guiding my audience. And that's because my startup takes priority on my time. The only reason I'm doing this is because, hey, by the way, I still have internet issues. So I still find it somewhat difficult to connect to the internet. So, where am I? So, I just kept on working today, working, debugging the application. I'm not done. So, I want to try my best to finish it this night. Tomorrow, I want to like rest almost throughout the entire day. So, when I'm done resting, I will create content and like fully rest, more like my sabbatical. So today we kind of like had like a general meeting, and then one of the sales reps, I think he's the head of marketing. Let's call her the head of marketing right now. She was a little bit off in her tonality, but I really wasn't offended because I assume I will try to separate the intention from the action. Yeah, so I think my co-founder called her to order. Then she got the message. She apologized, but like I said, I was not offended. So after that, I went back to the mobile app. I was working on it. Then I had a meeting with, remember, we had like a sales girl who left. So we had to go and like get other cold call person. So we got someone, and then I will say right now that she looks fair, she looks good. She is currently on, she sounded like she's the right fit for the job. She's interested in the job, and I feel like I said, there are really no losses in life. When you lose one, you get a better one. And that's something that I'm grateful for. I'm not grateful that I lost someone, but I'm grateful for the fact that I know something better is coming. And it has almost always happened throughout life. When something I feel is lost, something better always comes along. So that reminds me of. So I've had these clients. Listen. Who basically disturbed me throughout my entire, I say first quarter, because I was working on his mobile app. Now I was done in the month of March. I requested to get paid. He said he did not have the money to pay me for services I had rendered. But instead, he went ahead and was showing investors. He was already marketing the application. And I'm like, guy, apologies. This is not my business. It's either I shut down the service, I know that you can't afford it, and then I only made the mistake in believing you can afford it. Or, but at this moment, I don't need his money anymore. It's 3 months away from the project, and then I needed his money desperately then, but that's something I wish about being valuable. That I had a couple of clients pull up, they paid me well ahead of time. And then so I think he intentionally delayed the payment because his payment provider or payment gateway cut him off. And he felt like it's okay for him to delay my payment. So if he delays my payment, there is a high chance that I'll be stuck with him and I'll need him more. I'm telling him that, well, for what you've done, I'm going to play it cool, and these are my terms. Simple. Before I touch any other payment gateway, I must get paid in full. He has offered to pay something. I want him to pay something first. And when he has paid it, I still will not do anything until he has paid my money full first before I can consider helping him, because I see it more to be an act of wickedness. So what that means is if I relied on his money, knowing fully well that he has it, because his kids are in the UK and he can afford my fee. And then again, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that if I do good work, I should get paid well. And I'm always patient with all of my customers, and I think that's why they keep coming back and all of that. So, looking back, I strongly believe that I should basically tell him fuck him. I mean, if I'm not supposed to use this on this platform. So that's it. And I cannot believe that, like I said, I want to let him go. I believe that there is a client waiting to fill up that space as a client already. So, by the way, I think I will soon drop all these side jobs. I just need something big so I can I know that. I think it's a psychological safety net, because I take this money, I feed into my real startup. My startup over time, the moment it gets to a level where I can pay the staff, if I can pay the staff and I can afford my food alone, I'm going to dump all side projects. Maybe I might retain consultancy, but I'm dumping everything else. I'm dumping everything else apart from maybe consultancy. I feel consultancy might still keep me in the game for a while. And I'm even go bigger on it, considering that. So I just want to let him go. When I let him go, I'll just, it will be of good use to me. So later in the day, I went to the gym with a partner. So I'm on my gym break, and then I'll just putting him through different workouts. Oh, by the way, I still have like network issues, so you probably will not see this video until like next week. But I'm still promising to keep releasing this thing every single day and enjoy the process. But this is supposed to be my bedtime, but I still have a lot of work to get done, so I can't sleep. Right now, I think I quickly need to even step down to get something to eat, so I can at least I feel I feel I need a lot of protein. Lately I've been a little bit down, so time is I just left. One of my friends just left. I think one of my guys, his name is Ken. I'll have Kenny on the podcast very soon. Kenny is somebody who I'll say Kenny is very smart. But one thing I'll say is that he has a lot of ideas that I do not think are reality, or I do not think are realistic. So we spent like about the last 2 hours when we talk about random topics. So he's more of the left-leaning side, liberal, socialist. I'm like right-wing, conservative. But anyway, but in my case, I pick on both sides. I mean, because when the topic of abortion came up, and he asked me what will I pick, what I told him was, it depends on what we are trying to achieve at the moment. If we see population crisis as a problem or as a real crisis, the abortion may be the better option. If we see underpopulation as a real crisis, then you should go for pro-life. So it's not about what is wrong, what is right. It's what is the best at the present moment. And then we kind of like have some disagreements there. But we also had some agreements. I'm considering doing a podcast with him. And in that podcast, we get to like explore a lot of topics because we disagree on a lot, and it's fine that we disagree on a healthy level, which I believe a lot of people don't do. They don't agree on a healthy level, they just disagree back to back, and in the end, it does not benefit anybody at all. So today, I was thinking of the upcoming protest that's going to happen in Nigeria. And to be very frank, I don't think I'll be joining the protest. Because even though the protest happens and the government decides to wake up, I think we still have a people's problem that we're not ready to face. We have other things. When they say how you treat one area of life is how you treat another area of life, it's very true. Now look at Nigeria carefully. We are not ready to hold our pastors accountable, but we are ready to hold, but yet we expect the same people to hold the leaders accountable. No. And if you look at it, the religious leaders and the political leaders are friends. They know themselves very well. It's full-blown evidence that you see Islamic governors or Muslim-based governors or governors with the Muslim faith giving contracts to pastors, to religious leaders or the kids of religious leaders. And yet, we assume there's this fight. No, there is not. Now, I'm not trying to say that we should create a rift between Christians and Muslims. But what I'm saying is we, as a people, need to be able to hold everybody accountable, regardless of religious status. That's what I sincerely think. And until we get to that point where we can remove sentiment, what that means is we create a system, but like I always say, when people say we have a systems problem, I say no. Nigeria has a system because when the system wants to go against you, it will go against you. What we have is, at the concrete level, are people that control system. That is what people get wrong, is that systems are perfect. Systems are as perfect as the people who enforce the system, not people who create the system. Like I said, a system is the abstract level. The people are the reality. So let's look at how we can enforce. Let's look at how we can make the people enforce the system, not the other way around, not making people create systems that will just end up failing. Now, on the topic of system, I may have wanted to bring this in the issue of Trump and then the whole assassination attempt. But to be very frank, I really feel like if I go hard on that topic and analyze something, I really just feel like it will give me unnecessary attention. Because that is the perfect example of a system that was designed to act in that manner. So like I said, I don't want to go deep on that topic. I want to be able to just let it be. It's past. I may bring it up later. So I and Kenny spoke about different things. We spoke about equality and inclusion. And I keep telling him that what we need is not inclusivity. What we need are the best people. So what that means is, if you want to be included, then you should be the best person for that position you want to be included in. And I see this a lot in them. Because a thought came to my head, and the thought was, Why don't I make, why don't I work a lot on my thumbnails and content? And I kind of realized that, yes, those things will help to attract people. But what will keep people is the content itself. How practical is it? How much of myself am I being authentic to? How much value can I give the people? Yes, like I said, if I have these things and I'm not focusing on the attracting part, it will take a long time to get there. But I would get there compared to just attracting and not holding them because quote unquote, I'm not meeting up, I don't have substance. So, and if it comes down to what Alex Hormozy said one day in his content, where he said that you should give a promise at the beginning of the content. At the same time, actually deliver that promise. So what that means is, if you say in the next 5 seconds, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you how to get discipline quick, instantly. What that means is, you should literally give the person instant tips to gain your focus, instead of just getting his attention for the sake of a promise that you can't fulfill. And it makes sense. I think it really does make sense. And it forces you to think creatively because we all have these constraints in our head. And we would really love the people who break these constraints in our head. We really, really love them and we love to have them around. So that's it. So we spoke about, what I told him was, rather than us being inclusive, we should aim to have the best people in position. And we brought up the situation of Trump's assassination attempt, seeing how he was protected by, how he was personally guarded by a woman who was shot by. So if the woman was his height, I may not have any issues. Because like I said, the job of the close body protection is not to return fire. That's the job of the outer layer of his security. The core layer, which is the close body protection, is to defend him, is to protect, to cover up, to cover him, to take the incoming bullet. So they need them to be at the height of Trump. It's only in situations that, I'll call them last minute situations, are they ever to return fire. So their first goal is to make sure no harm comes to him, while they shield him and they move towards a safe zone, while the outer layer can actually focus on defensive, offensive. That is, they are defending him in an offensive manner, which is guarding and seeing if they can return fire. But I'm not going to go deep into that. And by the way, all these things are things that I think I have studied from being an outsider. Maybe a different ball game from those who are inside. But my summary was, they needed people who were the height of Trump and who could think in a period of chaos. But he was of the opinion that we should still allow women regardless. I said no, we should allow the best people for that role. And thus I think I'm gonna need to end this video because I really want to handle this bug this night. Because tomorrow morning, I don't want to jump on that same issue anymore. I want this thing gone this night. For fuck sleep, I get back to work tomorrow. It's mostly going to me be relaxing. Maybe still work, but relaxing first throughout the entire day, then working. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Yay!